minute can open your eyes. One book can open your world. Knowledge gives you power. Read and rise higher. 9R Tree. Better life begins in a book.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. Welcome to 9R Tree's podcast. Today, I will summarize and review the book. Read Your Mind. Proven Habits for Success from the World's Greatest Mentalist by Pearlman invites readers behind the curtain of elite mental performance. Drawing on years of experience as a world-renowned mentalist, Pearlman reveals the mindset, habits, and psychological strategies he uses to captivate audiences, influence decisions, and stay at the top of his craft. This is not a book about magic tricks, but about practical mental techniques you can apply to everyday life, sharpening focus, building confidence, reading people, and communicating with impact. Pearlman translates show-stopping stage skills into simple, repeatable rituals for business, relationships, and personal growth. Whether you want to become more persuasive at work, more emotionally attuned in your relationships, or more disciplined in pursuing your goals, this book offers a systematic approach. It is both an insider look at a mentalist's world and a guidebook to mastering your own mindset so you can consistently perform at your best. I will give you key takeaways from this book. Firstly, the mentalist's mindset and peak performance habits. One of the central themes of Read Your Mind is how a mentalist designs their inner world for peak performance. Pearlman breaks down the mental frameworks that allow him to walk onto any stage, in front of any audience, and perform under intense pressure. He explains how to develop a performance identity, a version of yourself that shows up strong, focused, and confident, even when you feel nervous or uncertain inside. Pearlman emphasizes preparation rituals, from visualization to mental rehearsals, that wire the brain to treat high-stakes situations as familiar rather than frightening. He also examines how to handle failure, rejection, and missteps, reframing them as data rather than personal defeat. Readers learn how to build discipline through small, repeatable habits that compound over time. By modeling the way a top mentalist prepares for every show, the book shows how anyone can approach their own challenges, whether a presentation, negotiation, or exam, with a more structured, intentional, and resilient mindset. Secondly, reading people and understanding human behavior. A major focus of the book is decoding people. As a mentalist, Pearlman relies on acute observation, pattern recognition, and psychological insight to appear almost mind-reading. He shares how ordinary people can sharpen these same skills to become far more perceptive in everyday interactions. The book explores body language, micro-expressions, tone of voice, and word choice as sources of hidden information. Pearlman explains how to listen between the lines, noticing what people do not say as much as what they do. He also discusses cognitive biases and predictable patterns in human decision-making, showing how we all reveal our preferences and fears without realizing it. By learning to read subtle cues, readers can better understand colleagues, clients, partners, and friends. This heightened awareness can improve negotiations, conflict resolution, sales conversations, and personal relationships. Instead of guessing what others think or feel, you learn to gather real-time data from their behavior, giving you a strategic advantage in any interaction. Thirdly, influence, persuasion, and ethical mind control. Another key topic in Read Your Mind is the art of influence. Pearlman demystifies how mentalists guide thoughts and choices on stage and translates those methods into tools for persuasive communication in real life. He clarifies that influence is not about manipulation in a harmful sense, but about understanding how people make decisions and presenting information in a way that aligns with their motivations. The book explains techniques such as framing, priming, and anchoring, and shows how subtle wording and timing can shift how others perceive options. Pearlman highlights the importance of building trust and rapport as the foundation of any persuasive effort, emphasizing ethical boundaries and respect for other people's autonomy. He also discusses how to structure compelling stories and use curiosity to hold attention. For professionals in leadership, sales, marketing, or any field that relies on convincing others, these insights provide a practical roadmap. Readers come away with tools to win buy-in, inspire action, and communicate their ideas with greater impact and integrity. Fourthly, focus, attention, and mental discipline. Mentalism demands extraordinary concentration, and Read Your Mind devotes significant space to cultivating focus in a distracted world. Oz Pearlman reveals how he trains his concentration so that he can track multiple variables on stage while still appearing relaxed and spontaneous. He translates those methods into practical exercises anyone can use, such as attention drills, memorization techniques, and structured breaks that prevent burnout. The book emphasizes single tasking over multitasking, showing how constantly switching tasks drains mental energy and reduces performance. Pearlman also discusses managing internal distractions, anxiety, self-doubt, intrusive thoughts, and using mindfulness-style techniques to calm the mind before important moments. The link between physical habits, sleep, nutrition, movement, and mental clarity is highlighted, reinforcing that a sharp mind rests on a healthy body. By adopting a mentalist's discipline of attention, readers can work deeper for longer, learn faster, and stay composed in chaotic environments. This section is especially valuable for knowledge workers, students, and anyone overwhelmed by digital noise. Lastly, confidence, charisma, and stage presence in everyday life. Beyond technical skills, Read Your Mind explores how a mentalist cultivates presence, the magnetic combination of confidence, charisma, and authenticity that captivates audiences. Oz Pearlman explains that stage presence is not a gift reserved for performers. It is a learnable skill based on how you use your body, voice, and mindset. The book covers posture, eye contact, pacing, and vocal dynamics, illustrating how small adjustments can dramatically change how others perceive you. Pearlman stresses the importance of internal narratives. What you tell yourself before you enter a room or speak up in a meeting shapes how you appear to others. He shares methods for transforming nervous energy into excitement, allowing you to show up bold rather than withdrawn. Readers are encouraged to practice presence in low-stakes environments so that it becomes natural in high-stakes moments. As you apply these principles, you can become more compelling in presentations, interviews, pitches, and social situations, projecting quiet authority without pretending to be someone you are not. In conclusion, Read Your Mind is ideal for readers who want practical mental tools rather than abstract theory. Entrepreneurs, managers, sales professionals, negotiators, performers, and students will all find usable strategies for sharpening focus, reading people, and communicating with greater influence. If you are ambitious but feel held back by nerves, procrastination, or uncertainty in social situations, this book offers concrete routines to train your mind the way an elite performer trains for the stage. It stands out from typical self-help and productivity books because it is built on real-world performance pressure. Oz Pearlman lives or dies by these methods every time he steps in front of an audience. Instead of generic advice, you get tactics tested in high-stakes environments and translated into everyday applications. Buying this book means investing in an upgrade to your mental operating system, gaining an edge in conversations, decisions, and opportunities that can compound into long-term success and confidence. If you would like to support Oz Pearlman, you can buy the book through the Amazon link I've provided in the podcast description. After reading the book, please let me know what you think and share your thoughts. See you around.
1 minute can open your eyes. 1 book can open your world. Knowledge gives you power, read and rise higher. 9 Archery, better life begins in a book.